Today I'm going to show you a recipe of a biryani which is absolutely delicious to taste and also unique to look at, and it's called the Parda biryani. This is a perfect do-it-yourself recipe, and I also have a do-it-yourself kitchen hack which helped me in the lockdown, which I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. Let's begin with the recipe by marinating the meat. I'm using chicken over here. You can use mutton as well, but the cooking time will differ. So to 1 kg of chicken, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of ginger paste, 2 tablespoons of garlic paste, 15 green chilies slit, a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons of red chili powder, a teaspoon and a half of garam masala powder, salt to taste. I'm going to add dried plums here, which is also known as aloo bukhara, about 6 of them, 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped coriander, and 1.5 cup of yogurt. Let's mix this well. Let's keep this marinated meat aside at least for half an hour. I usually prefer to marinate my meats for a longer time, but half an hour is good enough. I'm going to heat 2 tablespoons of ghee and 2 tablespoons of oil. The ghee and the oil has got hot. Let's add the whole spices, 2 bay leaves, 2 inches of cinnamon, 2 black cardamoms, 5 green cardamoms, 2 star anise, and 6 to 7 cloves. Let's wait for them to release their aroma. Now let's add 5 onions that I have sliced, and we have to fry them till they are nice and golden in color. The onions have browned beautifully. Now let's add the marinated meat. Let's mix this well. I'm not going to add water to this because the curd anyway releases a lot of water and the chicken will cook in its juices as well. So I'm just going to simply cover this and cook it on a low flame for at least 15 to 20 minutes. To make the biryani look absolutely unique, we're going to steam it in a parda. So this parda is basically a roti which we are going to make with maida, salt, and water. We're going to need a dough. We're going to roll it into a chapati and we're going to place the biryani in it, fold it and steam it in that so that all the flavors get trapped into it. So here I have 3 cups of maida or flour. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt to this. Mix this well. And I'm going to add water to this and make a nice stiff dough. I'm just going to drizzle a teaspoon of oil on the dough and I'm going to knead it for another 2 to 3 minutes and the dough will be ready. As you can see, the dough is not sticking to the sides of the bowl. It's ready. So let's cover this with a wet cloth and keep it aside till the chicken is done. The meat is off the bone. The chicken is ready. Let's switch off the flame and roll the chapati. Let's sprinkle some flour on a countertop. And now let's roll this into a nice big chapati. So our parda is ready. Let's just fold this into half. fold it into a quarter. I'm going to take a pan here and place this roti in the pan. Our parda is ready. Now let's just place it properly into the pan. I'm going to sprinkle some fried onions first, some finely chopped coriander, some finely chopped mint. We're going to add rice. Here I have taken 700 grams for a kilo of chicken, and I basically boiled it till it was 80% done. And now we are going to add this rice. To give the rice a nice gloss, a sheen, we're going to drizzle a teaspoon of oil. Let's sprinkle some saffron water, some kevra jal, and now some of the chicken. Similarly, we create another layer. Now we're going to seal this. Just going to take a little water and stick it otherwise. We're going to put this on a dum on a medium to a low flame for 10 minutes. I'm taking a pan that is fitting exactly on this spot, and now we're going to flip the biryani. Let's flip it and place it for another 5 minutes. Isn't this gorgeous? After we flipped the biryani, we'd kept it to cook for 5 minutes. I'm going to shut the flame, and now let's open up the parda. And the parda biryani is ready. Hi, this is Smita Deo and welcome to Get Curried. Today let's see how to make a quick, easy biryani which has a strong flavor of green chilies, and it's got its name from the city it was originated in, Muradabad. So let's see how to make the Muradabadi biryani. Here I have a kilo of chicken which I'm going to marinate with green chilies that I have crushed. These are about 10 green chilies. I'm going to add another 7 to 8 slit green chilies, 3 bay leaves, 3 inches of cinnamon stick, 2 star anise, 1 mace, 2 black cardamoms, 5 green cardamoms, 8 cloves, and about 10 peppercorns. Let's add a heaped tablespoon of ginger paste, a heaped tablespoon of garlic paste, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, a teaspoon of coriander powder, a teaspoon of fennel seed powder, a tablespoon of garam masala powder, a cup of yogurt, and 2 tomatoes that I have roughly chopped here, and some salt to taste. Let's mix this well. Let's keep this aside for at least half an hour while we fry our onions. Let's heat 1/4 cup of oil. The oil is hot. Let's add 5 onions sliced and fry them till they're nice golden brown. As you can see, the onions have caramelized beautifully and they've got a beautiful golden color as well. I'm going to add the marinated chicken now. And I'm going to sear the meat for 5 minutes on a high flame. It's smelling absolutely divine and it's looking so colorful. You can see the color of the meat has changed. Let's reduce the flame to a medium and now cover this and cook for at least 5 to 7 minutes. We've cooked the chicken for 5 minutes. And now we are going to add 750 grams of basmati rice, which I had soaked for almost an hour. I'm going to cover the meat with the rice. One and a half liter of water to this. Stir this slightly. Just gently try and mix all the flavors. We're going to cover this and cook it on a medium flame for about 15 minutes till the rice is just 80% done. Let's take a look at how the biryani is doing after 15 minutes of cooking it. The rice looks almost done. Let's sprinkle half a teaspoon of garam masala. Let's sprinkle a teaspoon of fennel seed powder. A tablespoon of ghee. Let's just drizzle this. Some saffron water. A tablespoon of kevra water. If you do not have kevra water, you can use rose water as well. Let's sprinkle some freshly chopped coriander leaves. Garnish it with some fried onions. And now let's cover this and cook it for another 10 minutes till the rice is completely done. It's been 10 minutes. We kept the biryani to cook, and I'm sure now this moist biryani is ready to be served. It's looking absolutely lovely and it's smelling delicious. Let's remove this in a serving bowl. Freshly chopped coriander, some fried onions, and our Muradabadi biryani is ready to be served. You saw what a quick, easy and a simple recipe this was. Do try it, let me know, and keep watching Get Curried. On a busy day when you're looking to cook for something interesting, which is a one-pot meal, I have a perfect recipe for you, which is a chicken keema biryani. Let's see how to make this delicious recipe. I have about 800 grams of chicken mince. We're going to marinate this with a few spices. 1 tablespoon of ginger paste. 1 tablespoon of garlic paste, a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, a teaspoon of cumin seed powder, a tablespoon of coriander seed powder, a tablespoon of garam masala powder, and now let's just mix this well. And let's just keep this aside for at least half an hour while we prepare the gravy. Let's heat 5 tablespoons of oil and add some whole spices to this. We're going to add an inch of cinnamon stick, a star anise, 5 green cardamoms, 5 cloves, 10 peppercorns and 2 bay leaves, a teaspoon of shahajira and 4 onions that I have finely chopped. We have to saute these onions till they are beautiful, golden and crisp. The onions have turned translucent. Now to fasten the browning process, I'm going to add some salt to this. This is one of the reasons why I didn't add salt in the marinade when we were marinating the chicken, because I wanted to brown the onions really fast. The onions have browned beautifully, looking nice and crisp and golden. Let's add a tablespoon of garlic paste, a tablespoon of ginger paste, and just saute this till the raw smell of the ginger garlic is gone. Here I have 3 tomatoes that I have finely chopped. I'm going to add this, and we're going to fry this mixture till the tomatoes are nice, soft, mushy and cooked well. The tomatoes are done. Let's add some spices to this. A teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a teaspoon of garam masala powder. Just let's quickly mix this. And let's add the marinated keema now to this. I've kept the flame of the stove high. Just let's mix this well. Now once we've sauteed this for a minute or two, I'm going to add half a cup of yogurt to this for the mince to remain a little moist. Mix this well. Quarter cup of finely chopped mint leaves is what I'm going to add now. Half a cup of freshly chopped green coriander. 5 to 6 slit green chilies to give that little extra punch. And I'm going to adjust the salt. So a teaspoon more. And I'm just going to mix this well. And I'm going to simply cover this and cook till the keema is done. We're not going to add any water because I want the keema to cook in its own juices. And I'm going to reduce the flame to a medium, and say in about 15 to 20 minutes the keema will be ready. A chicken keema usually doesn't take too much time to cook. We kept this to cook for almost 15 minutes and the mince is ready. I'm getting a beautiful fragrance of all the spices, the onion. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set this biryani. Now to set the biryani, I've taken a clay pot. You can take whatever pot that you have at home. Put a layer of keema. So with this keema, there are different things that you can make. You can make cutlets. You can just coat eggs with this keema and then coat this with breadcrumbs and fry them. And you can make a burger patty and make burgers as well for your little ones. Whatever. There are lots of options that you can use this keema for. So I'm putting a layer of the mince. I have some boiled eggs here, which I'm just going to place, just half them. Here I have some basmati rice. We just boil it the way you boil it for a biryani. Just going to add this. So here I have used about 5 cups of rice. I've got some saffron water here, simply just crushed saffron and add water to it. I'm going to use the oil that I had used to fry the onions in. This gives a lovely sheen to your rice. I'm going to sprinkle some fresh coriander, fresh mint, some fried onions, and I'm going to add the second layer of the meat. I'm saving some of the keema for my boy as he loves keema pav. I'm going to add some eggs, the remaining rice, two tablespoons of the oil, some saffron, mint leaves, coriander leaves, some fried onions. I'm going to cover this and cook it on a dum on a low flame for at least 20 minutes. We kept the biryani on a dum for almost 20 to 25 minutes and it's ready to be served. Let's remove it in a serving bowl. It's smelling really nice. So you've seen what an easy and a quick recipe this was. Do try this at home.